Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Crowning Glory, the Super Show. It's finally time. Tonight we will crown 4 new champions. We will see the tag teams being crowned. We will see the women's title being crowned as well as the men's. And you know what? I think it's going to be quite the event. We've got a little surprise as well coming up. But you know what? We've got to get through 2 semi-final matches first of all. And then a big old tag match with the women's match. And then the men's final after that. We've got so much to cover. I think it's about time that we get started with our first match. First semi-final match for the men's championship title. We will see Apollo Crews against Daniel Bryan. One of these men will go through to the final round of the men's championship. Who will win that title? We will find out after we see this match. Let's get this match started. And here comes Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews, who had a fantastic night last night, winning his quarterfinal matchup against Jeff Jarrett. And here is Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan having a very close contest with Terry Funk to make it to the semi-finals. This could be quite the interesting match, everyone. So I hope you all buckle in. Crowning Glory has begun. Excitement in this brand new arena here. For the first ever Super Show for the Twitch Wrestling Federation. As the action is very back and forth at the minute. Apollo Crews whipping Bryan to the ropes, who replies with a shoulder barge. And the hammerlock from Crews to Bryan. This has the makings of a good match, both of these people. Very talented wrestlers. Powerhouses in their own right. If you could ask me who goes through, I think Daniel Bryan might have the edge, but you know what? All it takes is a little bit of luck and Apollo Crews may just steal it. I think Apollo Crews really showed everyone yesterday when he beat Jeff Jarrett to go through to the semi-finals that we are seeing right here. He might have that same kind of magic to go through to the finals. As Daniel Bryan grounds and pounds Apollo. As I say, we've got quite the stacked card. We've got a couple of no time limit matches. So it could be a bit of a long night. As Apollo puts in the Boston Crab onto Daniel Bryan. Still very early stages. It's good to see the crowd so enjoying this and hyped up, ready for Crowning Glory. What kind of an upset would it be if Apollo Crews actually wins this match via submission against one of the best technical wrestlers of this modern age? We've got a back and forth going on with the uppercuts and the chops. And Apollo just gets advantage there, but isn't really able to take full advantage of that. Daniel Bryan ducking under. Oh, and a lovely little bit of wrestling for the backside pin. As Apollo hits that pile driver. And a running elbow drop. And a strong uppercut from Bryan as he runs to the ropes. But no, Apollo was able to get up in time before Bryan was able to do anything. Apollo again running. And that was a strong clothesline. Standing moonsault. And Daniel Bryan kicks out after the 2. Apollo doing very well in this match so far. Ooh, strong DDT right there. And that was a lovely switchblade from Daniel Bryan. And Daniel Bryan tried to hit the suplex, but Apollo reversed it and hit a backdrop onto Bryan. But that time Bryan was able to hit the suplex. And Bryan hit another suplex onto Apollo. And this time a snap suplex. It's Suplex City right here at Crowning Glory. And another snap suplex from Bryan to Apollo. He's a suplex machine. And look at the strength of Apollo with that military press slam. But Daniel Bryan is not fazed by that and hits back with that snap suplex. What a kick from Apollo. He needed that bit of desperation move there. But Daniel Bryan with that powerbomb goes for the pin and Apollo kicks out at 2. And Apollo with that running power slam onto Bryan. Standing moonsault. 2. Oh, I thought that would be a 3 then. A massive upset with Apollo Crews. Inches away from winning the bout and going through to the final. And Daniel Bryan with those strong punches as we're halfway through the match. Daniel Bryan with that single leg Boston Crab. And Apollo gets to the ropes. And Daniel Bryan with that crossface. But Apollo is far too close to the ropes. Wow, what kind of suplex pin is that? Oh, Apollo kicks out at 2. My word. The strength of Apollo right now. And a backslide pin from Bryan, but again too close to the ropes. Apollo is able to get to them to break the hold. As Apollo shows off his strength with that standing, stalling suplex that sends Bryan to the outside. I think both of these wrestlers right here are quite tired at this stage in the game. Bryan with that dropkick though to the turnbuckle. And again with a crossface as Apollo crawls the way to the ropes and he's able to get the rope break there. And Bryan with that shining wizard to Apollo. Is that enough? 1, 2. Oh! Milliseconds away this time. Daniel Bryan nearly gets the win. Is he able to put Apollo away? Apollo now coming back in command though. Running to the ropes with that strong lariat. What a match. And the chops and the uppercuts once again. Who's going to come out on this one? And Apollo with that enziguri comes out on top. Apollo Crews running power slam. But Bryan was able to whip him to the corner for a bit of a respite and sends him drop kick to that corner turnbuckle. And that just single kick just completely floored Daniel Bryan. Both of these wrestlers have really put in all of their energies into this match. They know what's at stake. They know that they can't just win this match easily. They know that they've got to put in more than 100%. And the crossface again from Bryan as Apollo crawls over to the ropes. Does he get there? Oh, yes, he does. And Apollo now setting up Daniel Bryan for a superplex from the top rope, and he hits it. That was a big move. If you ask me, Apollo should have gone in for the pin on that one. But crossface again from Bryan. Apollo was able to break out of that one. And Apollo with that military press slam. We're coming up to 3.5 minutes left of this match. Boston Crab. Bryan with that crossface once again. Neckbreaker. Moonsault from Apollo, but too close to the ropes. Are we going to get a winner? As Bryan puts in that crossface. No, Apollo is still able to get to the ropes. Apollo with that running power slam. Apollo may just take this match, but he can't get the cover. He needs to be able to put away Bryan when it counts. Bryan psyching himself up. Is this going to be it now? No! Enziguri from Apollo. Apollo with a small package. Apollo Crews wins the match. Apollo Crews wins the match and goes through to the final. Wow. What a match. And 100% match evaluation. Incredible match. And what a way to start off Crowning Glory. Blimey, I hope you've all got your drinks and I hope you've settled down, because if that's the standard, I think we've got a hell of an event coming up for the rest of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Right, so with that said, Apollo Crews we will see later on in the final. He will either face Goldberg or Superfly Jimmy Snuka, who we will see right now as they fight in their own semi-final match. Let's get the second semi-final match started then. And here comes Superfly Jimmy Snuka. Superfly had a cracking night last night as he won his quarter-final match, taking out Baron Corbin. And here comes Goldberg. Goldberg obviously coming here after a very close match, taking out Bray Wyatt last night. There were times when I thought Bray would actually win that match, but Goldberg was able to hit that jackhammer and get that pin in the end. And the final semi-final is on the way. Goldberg taking an early advantage, trying to work on that leg of Superfly Jimmy Snuka. This could be an interesting match. We've got a high flyer against a heavy striker and a bit of a brawler in Goldberg, a complete powerhouse really. As Goldberg working on those legs again, maybe he's thinking if he takes out the legs of Superfly, he's not going to be able to jump off the top rope as easily. And Superfly coming back in now with the submission maneuver on Goldberg and a strong strike. And a running knee there. But Goldberg's back in with a hard scoop slam. And Goldberg working on the legs again of Jimmy Snuka. This could be quite interesting. Is this a bit of match intelligence from Goldberg in this match? Big punches from Goldberg to Snuka, as Snuka returns them. And that was a nice tackle from Superfly. Now he puts in the submission. As Goldberg sends that scoop slam, which sends Snuka to the outside. Obviously the person who wins this match will go up against Apollo Crews later tonight. And the winner of that match will be the new and first ever TWF Men's Heavyweight Champion. Samoan drop from Superfly to Goldberg right there, as Goldberg replies with a chokehold.
5 minutes gone.
And another lifting chokehold from Goldberg to Superfly. And that was a nice tackle from Goldberg right there. I think Goldberg has found his pace as he hits Superfly with that running power slam. But Superfly hits the backdrop onto Goldberg. A bit of a desperation move as they both lie on the canvas right there. And the pump handle drop from Goldberg. Goldberg hits the spear onto Superfly Jimmy Snuka. But Snuka was able to throw a punch, I think, to stop that jackhammer. But that military press from Goldberg. My word, are we going to see? Could we see Goldberg versus Apollo? Maybe not. Superfly goes in for the pin, but Goldberg kicks out after 2. And that quick neck breaker right there. And another spear from Goldberg to Superfly. He goes in for the pin. 2. And millimeters away. The referee's hand was close to coming down right there. Millimeters away from making contact for the 3rd count. And a Samoan drop from Superfly there to get back into this game. But those hard strikes from Goldberg stop Superfly in his tracks. Nice rib breaker from Superfly. And Superfly goes up top for the first time now. And he hits the frog smash pin. But it's too close to the ropes. Superfly with that front slam there. Pancake slam. Superfly's up top. And he goes for that splash again. And Goldberg goes for the pin. And Goldberg kicks out at 2. This time military press once more to Superfly. And another spear from Goldberg.
10 minutes gone.
Goldberg with that quick neck breaker as well. Spinning neck breaker. Sidewalk slam from Goldberg to the outside. All these moves on the outside really hurt more than the canvas. Oh, and a backdrop from Snuka to Goldberg on the outside once again. That floor is unforgiving, but Goldberg replies with a pump handle drop on the outside. And a backdrop. A rib breaker from Snuka. And Goldberg sends Snuka smashing into that barricade. And there's that twisting neckbreaker once more. And another spear. Can Goldberg take advantage? No, he cannot. As Superfly hits that pile driver to Goldberg, he goes up top. And he hits the splash again. Superfly with the pin. Superfly gets a pin on Goldberg. I am stunned. I am stunned with that. High-fly attack, followed by the both hands press pin. I thought that Goldberg would take the match easily. But no, Jimmy Snuka, Superfly, goes through to the final round now. The championship match against Apollo Crews, which we'll see later on. My word. What a shock. Okay, let's get the next match sorted out then. We're going to see the women's main event. For the women's championship title, Trish Stratus versus Ronda Rousey versus Torrie Wilson versus Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch. Who will come out on top? Who will be crowned the first ever women's champion here in TWF? Let's find out. Let's get this match started. And the match has begun. Early days. Let's just remind ourselves of how many people that everyone beat to get here. Trish Stratus beat Luna, Kyrie and Mandy Rose to get to this event. Ronda Rousey beat off the Fabulous Moolah, Kelly and Terry Runnels. Torrie Wilson had the massive upset over Charlotte Flair, Torrie and Deborah. And yesterday, last night even, we saw Becky take on Eve, Emma and Joy to come out on top, and Sasha Banks taking out Victoria, Sharmell Sullivan and Taryn Terrell to get here. All of these women could stand a chance now of winning the match. And just like their qualifying tournaments, it just takes one win, either a knockout, pinfall or submission, to actually win this match, as Trish locks in that submission on Sasha Banks. Now obviously before, 2 people weren't involved. Now because it's a 5-way match, it's a 5-way dance, there are 3 people who might not be involved in the final decision. It just takes one person to take advantage, to be able to get the pinfall, submission or TKO. And right now, it just seems to be a mess of bodies as Torrie Wilson goes in for a pin unsuccessfully on Trish Stratus. Rowdy Ronda Rousey just driving the knee of Torrie Wilson there to the canvas. Everyone's being stacked up in the corner turnbuckle. It's interesting to see really who might come out on top on this one. So many former champions in the ring. Now obviously this match is a championship match, so there is no time limit. We do need to see a winner, and we'll see it however long this match runs. But the amount of blow that's going on right now, it might not happen long. Hurricanrana from Trish to Torrie Wilson, as Ronda does a Samoan drop over to Becky Lynch, which sends her out of the ring. Oh, and a top rope splash from Trish to Ronda Rousey there. Snap suplex from Wilson to Banks. And a Hurricanrana from Ronda Rousey to Torrie Wilson. DDT from Trish to Wilson. As as Ronda Rousey locks in that triangle hold onto Wilson, but luckily people were able to break that up. Becky Lynch taking advantage on the fact that Sasha Banks was flawed as Wilson goes in for the pin, which was broken up easily. And Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey really going back and forth, but Becky takes charge of that one. Becky Lynch just flooring everyone with those fists of hers. And a swinging neck break from Wilson to Ronda Rousey. Wilson goes for the pin on Rousey. And Rousey kicks out at 2. Snapmare from Wilson to Trish. And Wilson goes in for the pin again on Trish this time. As Banks was going up on top, but decided not to in the end, as Becky Lynch locks in some kind of submission onto Ronda Rousey. Snap suplex from Becky Lynch to Ronda Rousey. And Becky Lynch applying pressure to the arm of Trish there. Becky Lynch just sends Sasha Banks to the outside and puts a hammerlock in onto Trish at the minute. And Trish locks in the sharpshooter onto Ronda Rousey. Banks was able to break that up though before Ronda Rousey was able to get a pin. A submission, sorry. Trish Stratus goes up top. Who is she looking to hit? She hits the flying splash onto Torrie Wilson. Torrie Wilson slams Trish so hard that she falls out of the ring as Torrie Wilson goes for a pin on Becky Lynch. Very close to becoming the first ever Women's Championship winner there. And this time Trish goes in for the pin on Torrie Wilson. Again, milliseconds away. Sasha Banks goes for a pin, but this time she gets stopped. Torrie Wilson with that pin, but no. Trish was able to kick out after 2 on that one. As Banks and Wilson do a double team onto Ronda Rousey. There is so much action going on right here, it's hard for me to keep track of it all. Trish goes in for the pin on Wilson. Oh, wow. 2.9. As Ronda Rousey puts in the submission to Torrie Wilson. Is Becky going to break it up? No, she doesn't. Becky and Wilson with a double strike onto Trish Stratus though with that double backdrop. And Becky Lynch with that German suplex pin which we saw win last night. No! Wow. Again, another close fall. Right now, anyone can win this match. As Trish locks in the sharpshooter to Sasha Banks. And that was a big old clothesline from Wilson to Becky right there. Banks goes for the pin. And Ronda Rousey has got the armbar locked in to Becky Lynch, but Becky is able to break out of it.
Come on.
Sharpshooter, but no. So much going on right now. Becky Lynch with the pin. Becky Lynch gets the pin. Becky Lynch pins Ronda Rousey. And just to finish it off, she just attacks Sasha Banks right there at the end. Wow. 16 minutes, that's all that match took. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a brand new women's champion. The first ever TWF women's champion, Becky Lynch. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Crowning Glory as we now look to our tag team match. As you can see, there's a lot of men right here. This is the Tag Team Championship match. It is going to be a Survivor Series style elimination tag match where the last person in the ring wins the titles for their team. Who will it be? Will it either be the Dudley Boys, the Hollies, Test and Albert, or Lucha House Party? It's unlimited time match because we do need the winners right here. Let's find out who is going to become the first ever tag team champions for Twitch Wrestling Federation. And here comes the first team, the Hollies and the Dudley Boys. The Dudley Boys obviously taking out the Nasty Boys in their first match. The Hollies taking out the APA. And here comes the Lucha House Party, along with Test and Albert right here. Test and Albert taking out the New Age Outlaws in their first round match. The Lucha House Party causing an upset, taking out the Hardy Boys. So this is a tornado tag match as well. So as we said earlier, this is an elimination style tornado tag match. A lot of action going on right here, but the last person standing will win the tag team championships. Now if there is a team with more members on it, if a team basically dominates the other team, and we have multiple tags on the same team left over, then it will be the person to get that winning tag to eliminate that team will become the champion. He will win the titles for their team. As Hardcore Holly brings a chair in. Doesn't belong in this match, Hardcore. This is not a Hardcore title match. But Albert just scoop slams him anyway. Oh wow, look at that triple team onto the back of Crash Holly. That could cause internal injuries, that could. Again, so much action going on right here. And this time it's the Hollies and Bubba Ray taking out onto Kalisto. And the Hollies spike powerbomb to Test. Albert goes in for a pin on Devon. And Test tries for a pin, but they kicked out after one. I'm trying to see who's in the match, who's taking advantage right there.
5 minutes gone.
There is no time limit in this match as Test hits that swinging neckbreaker onto Devon and goes for the pin, but Bubba Ray kicks out after one. Kalisto with a roll-up pin on Crash, but no. That's a hard DDT from Test to Crash. Test goes to the pin on Crash Holly, but no. The audience are certainly respectful right now. as Hardcore drives the face of Lindsay Dorado into the top turnbuckle right there. Oh, Kalisto almost got eliminated by Bubba Ray Dudley right there. That double enziguri from Albert and Kalisto. Kalisto goes for the pin. And Tess goes for the pin. None of which is successful right there. Hopefully we will see some elimination soon, because we could really do with the amount of beef thinning out in the ring right now. Devon goes up top for a leg drop, but I think he completely misses it, quite frankly, as Hardcore is sent to the outside. And Lucha House Party, Lindsay. No, that was Kalisto doing the DDT to Bubba Ray, but I thought they were going to work on doing a double team with Bubba Ray, but they might still. Kalisto with that arm wrench onto Bubba Ray. Bubba Ray, powerbomb to, oh no! I was going to say with the powerbomb to Albert, but it looks like he wasn't able to pull off that move properly. And Bubba Ray just throws Albert to the barricade. Hardcore's up top, he wanted to do a dive, but I think the ref almost counted him out on that one, as Test just throws Hardcore to the turnbuckles. Hardcore going for the pin on Albert, but only gets a 1 count.
10 minutes gone.
I think my voice may indeed go after this. Devon with the roll up onto Albert, but no, nothing. Kick out after 2. Albert with the pin onto Devon, but Devon kicks out after 2. Turnabout's fair game, eh? As Crash is going to the outside, and he's decided to go for a bit of a rumble with Lindsay, but Lindsay just scoops Sam's and then does a nice little flip onto Crash. Oh, Crash, I think, is starting to get a bit hardcore as he sends Lindsay to the barricade. And Crash is just really stomping all over Lindsay. Lindsay goes for a pin outside the ring. That won't work. Pins are only acceptable in the ring. And that was a nice backbreaker from Crash to Lindsay. Crash with the Styles Clash onto Lindsay. He goes for the pin. The referee doesn't see, and Albert is able just to break that pin right up. Bear hug from Test to Hardcore. Kalisto does a pin onto Devon, but no, Devon kicks out after 2. And a powerbomb from Test to Hardcore. Devon's up top. I don't know if he hit that or not. I think he did. A diving headbutt. There's so much beef in the ring. "15 minutes in nearly. No one has been eliminated just yet. Oh, what a move. What a move to Lindsay Dorado. I think Lindsay Dorado has been eliminated. I think that was a TKO from Devon. I think Lindsay Dorado, he has not moved at all. As Kalisto responds with a super kick to Devon. Possibly as a thank you for eliminating his tag team mate. Here's the thing, even though Lindsay's out of it, Lucha House Party can still win. 3D from the Dudleys to Albert. And another 3D to Albert. Albert does the choke bomb to Devon. Goes for the pin. Devon has been eliminated by Albert. Devon has been eliminated by Albert. As Lindsay doesn't move, he's still motionless in the ring. So the Dudley boys are down one member. Lucha House Party are down one member. It's only Tess and Albert and the Hollies that have both members of the team still in the match. Double underhook suplex from Albert to Crash as Kalisto nearly took out Bubba Ray there. Two people have been eliminated from this 8-man match. Double underhook DDT there from Crash to Albert. I think it's quite amusing how Lindsay still has not moved at all as Kalisto goes for a pin onto Crash and gets the pin on Crash Holly. So the Dudleys and the Hollies have lost two members of their team. They are massively outmanned at the minute, 3-2. As Tess goes in for that bear hug onto Hardcore Holly. And Bubba Ray rubbing the eyes of Albert alongside that top rope there. Classic heel technique. And Bubba Ray with the shake, rattle and roll. Hardcore Holly doing a ground and pounder on top of Kalisto as Tess hits the powerbomb onto Bubba Ray. Bubba Ray kicks out after 2. What a match. I genuinely don't know who might win this one. As Hardcore Holly does a power slam onto Albert, Kalisto goes in for the sunset flip pin. Hardcore Holly has been eliminated by Kalisto. Kalisto has eliminated so many people in this match. It's 3-on-1 right now. Tess and Albert and Kalisto against Dudley. Bubba Ray, is he able to at least bring it back a little bit? I don't think he can. I think this might just be a matter of time. He's exhausted. Oh, everyone's just absolutely pounding him right now. Bubba Ray. He's got the headlock on Kalisto. I think he's trying to get a bit of room. Kalisto goes in for the pin on Bubba Ray. Kalisto wins. Kalisto wins. Ladies and gentlemen. We have brand new tag team champions in the form of the Lucha House Party. They beat Bubba Ray Dudley at the end there. Kalisto actually did amazingly well in this match. I think he might have eliminated the majority of the team there, if not all of them. Very, very impressive there. 23 minutes. Great match. So we're next. We've got a women's champion. We've got the tag team champions. The men's championship match will come up, but before we get that sorted out, we need to get a grudge match sorted out. This grudge match comes after a first round match which ended in a draw. Kurt Angle specifically requested this match George the Animal Steele versus Kurt Angle. So, going for a bit of backstory onto this match, it was week number 2 where we saw George the Animal Steele go up against Kurt Angle, and it ended in a draw. A bloodied Kurt Angle after George the Animal Steele drove a fork into the head of Kurt Angle, spoke to the president of TWF, Paul Whitechurch, and he demanded a rematch, but he demanded one without any time limits. Paul Whitechurch granted that at Crowning Glory. Ladies and gentlemen, Kurt Angle wants to prove a point that he can put away George Animal Steele. However, George Animal Steele just wants to do damage to Kurt Angle. This could be quite a messy match. There is no time limit. Let's get this match started. Coming to the ring, George Steele. And the Olympic hero, Kurt Angle. He's looking determined. He wants to set the score straight. And the match begins. And here we go. Like I say, there's bad blood running between these two as the Animal reverses that suplex. Kurt Angle with that scoop slam. I think Angle's going to try to out-wrestle the Animal. But he needs to be careful because the Animal is just such a violent and unpredictable talent right now. You never know what he's going to do next. Kurt Angle reverses the Irish Whip, but misses the dropkick. Gets the backdrop. And Kurt Angle goes in with an early ankle lock there, but the Animal was able to get out of that lock easily. Already the Animal was up to his dirty tricks with that eye rake. I think George Animal Steele would want to win this match any way he can, not necessarily wrestling as Kurt Angle would. He'd do anything to get the win, as what a belly-to-belly suplex Kurt Angle just hit on George Animal Steele. He goes in for that chin lock. The Animal was able to reverse it. Solid punch. And the Animal with that scoop slam to send Angle to the outside. I think he wants to continue the damage outside. He's biting Kurt Angle. He's biting Kurt Angle. This is what I mean by the Animal. He's unpredictable. He is a savage. Yeah. Lovely little suplex there from Kurt Angle. I think that was a T-bone suplex. And a nice standard suplex from Kurt Angle. Textbook suplex. As we're 5 minutes in, and the Animal goes for the choke on Angle. See, you can suplex George Animal Steele all you want. Angle slam to the Animal. Is he going to go for the pin? No, he's not. Angle's going up top. He tried to get the elbow drop, but he missed. Kurt Angle's really got to keep his head in the game right now. I think Kurt Angle wants to cause the Animal some pain, but the Animal's biting Angle right now. He's cut open Angle already. And the lifting chokehold from the Animal. We saw Angle get cut open bloody last time in their match. Once again, Angle has been cut open to show the claret once again. Powerful German suplex from Kurt Angle. And another bite from the Animal. And another bite from the Animal. Kurt Angle going up for the power bomb. And the ankle lock. He's got the ankle lock cinched in. As the Animal is crawling towards the ropes, is he going to reach it? No. He's able to come out of it though. He breaks the hold. Kurt Angle. And no, the Animal with the choke on Kurt Angle. Nice headlock takedown from Angle. See, that's the thing. I think Angle's going to try to out-wrestle him, and he can do all the suplexes he wants. The Animal is just here to fight right now. He's gone for the cover on Kurt Angle, and Kurt kicks out after the 2 count. Kurt Angle with the powerbomb. Once again, he needs to go for the cover. No, he goes for the ankle lock instead. As the Animal, is he going to reverse it? Yes, he does reverse it. The Animal going for the cover on Kurt Angle once more, but Kurt Angle kicks out as Angle hits the Angle slam, which puts so much momentum onto the Animal that it sends it to the outside. German suplex to the outside on George Animal Steele.
10 minutes gone.
Oh, there's that fork. The Animal has that fork again. The Animal with that fork on Kurt Angle's head again, as he sends him to the barricade, and he bites Kurt Angle on the outside. And that's a lovely spine buster from Kurt Angle. But he needs to get this match back here on the inside. The outside is just the play zone for the Animal. The Animal's back inside. And he locks in that chicken wing sleeper hold. Belly to belly from Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle goes for the pin. He's so close to getting the 3 count, but he hasn't quite put away the Animal just yet. The Animal goes for the pin on Kurt Angle. Kurt kicks out after the 2. Oh wow, what a reversal as the Animal runs into that top turnbuckle. Moonsault from Kurt Angle, goes for the pin. Kurt Angle wins the match. Finally, Kurt Angle gets some redemption, and he actually beats him in 12 minutes as well. Had he done that last time, he would have gone through to the championship tournament. Finally, redemption. Look at that 100% match evaluation match. Fantastic, fantastic match. Kurt Angle getting some redemption. Which means that we are now down to our main event. But before we have that, we need to take a short break. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for our main event. The main event of Crowning Glory, the Men's World Heavyweight Championship match. In the final round now, we've got Apollo Crews against Superfly, Jimmy Snuka. Everything's set up, everything is ready. We've got no time limit to this match because we do need a winner. Let's see who will become the first ever TWF World Heavyweight Champion. Here comes to the ring, Apollo Crews. He took out Daniel Bryan earlier this evening to get to this point. And here comes Superfly. who of course took out Goldberg to get here. He earned his spot by taking out one of the biggest names in wrestling. And the match is underway for the first ever men's World Heavyweight title match. Bit of early striking going on between the pair as Apollo drives Superfly's head to that top turnbuckle. A lovely kick there from Apollo. And a standing moonsault, but it's far too early to get a count of the pin. I think he was probably just testing Superfly. And test your strength as Superfly wins that test of strength against Apollo. Now this could be an interesting match. We could see a lot of flips and a lot of high-flying moves. And this is one as Superfly sets up Apollo for that backdrop. But no, Apollo reverses it into that sunset pin. It gets a 1 count. Superfly with that hard scoop slam. Superfly reverses that to get the sleep hold onto Apollo. Strong kick from Apollo. And that running elbow drop. But Apollo misses the enziguri. That could cost him. Moves like that he can't afford to waste. Now Superfly, that flying headbutt takes down Apollo to size. Nice Superman punch in the corner there as Apollo sends Krux to the outside. Again, Apollo misses that enziguri. Superfly with that jumping headbutt once again. And that running knee strike. And the back and forth, the punch and the chops. Superfly just about won but is unable to take advantage of it. As Apollo replies with that hard scoop slam and a standing moonsault pin. Superfly kicks out at 1. And that was a hard lariat. A rib breaker from Superfly. And Superfly with that running punch. And Superfly again, that knee strike this time, the running knee strike to Apollo. Oh, that's a lovely rib breaker and then slam from Apollo. Lovely little combination. And that was a sound slap, the knife edge chop to Apollo. I'd say Superfly might actually be in control of this match right now. And a lovely little net breaker from Apollo to Superfly. Standing moonsault pin. And Superfly kicks out at 2. You have to do a lot more to put away this veteran. Superfly with that pancake slam. Nice bulldog from Apollo there. As Apollo hooks the leg. Superfly still kicking out at 2. Wow, what a lovely move, a knee to the face there. Superfly goes for the pin. But Apollo kicks out at 2. Superfly is very much in control of this match right now. As he reverses the suplex onto Apollo Crews. And the Superfly splash. But no, it was too close to the ropes. Apollo with a standing suplex. If he's able to do this, he does, and it sends Superfly to the outside. And Apollo hit that enziguri finally to Jimmy Snuka. Apollo is really feeling this matchup now. He's probably feeling the earlier matchup as well. Superfly going up top. Superfly. 2, 3. Superfly. Jimmy Snuka wins. In 10 minutes, we have a new World Heavyweight Champion. And his name is Superfly Jimmy Snuka. Winning with that Superfly splash there. Only an 82% matchup. Can't help but wonder if the earlier match maybe had an effect. Maybe he spent all of his energy on Daniel Bryan earlier. What a matchup, ladies and gentlemen. What of an event. That does bring our event to a close right now. We have got a new champion in Jimmy Snuka. Don't know why it needs my username, but okay. So we've got brand new champions. We've got the Lucha House Party as tag team champions for TWF. Becky Lynch is the first ever women's champion for TWF. And finally, the men's heavyweight match. Superfly Jimmy Snuka is the new men's heavyweight champion. What an event. Crowning Glory has certainly seen that. We have certainly seen champions crowned. Thank you everyone for watching. Have a lovely rest of the evening. We'll see you next week for the Fallout.